Playing video games used to be a hobby. Now it's a profession. The money is huge. Pro gamers can more than make a living winning competitions. They can make even more by creating content, videos or live streams of their gameplay with their own commentary. The top earner is Dota 2 player Johan Sundstein, aka No-Tail. He's won about $9 million in prize money. Aussie Nathan Pham, aka Anna, is ranked third on the all-time earnings list at $7.76 million. Aussie online football star Jared Nance plays FIFA. He posts videos to his YouTube account, Jared HD. It boasts about 377,000 subscribers. By way of comparison, Nick Kyrgios has 431,000 Twitter followers. But Jared's business secret, like Kyrgios's, is to gain popularity overseas. It's a numbers game.
My mates and I in high school, about 15 years old, were big football fans, big FIFA fans, and we discovered, hey, people are posting their FIFA content on YouTube. About 6 of us decided to make channels, post all of our content, and then here we are now.
8 years later, his pastime has turned into a full-time job.
It's really been a slow burn. It's been a passion for the most part, and I've been lucky enough to turn it into a hobby. I'll turn it into a full-time job, take it from a hobby into a full-time job, had the opportunity to work on the E-League, work on the esports scene, and really feel like I'm a part of the ever-growing FIFA scene in Australia and globally.
But don't imagine this is all a game. The work is serious. Managing the daily video content takes up a lot of time.
If you are new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. We are on the grind towards 400,000 subscribers.
The misconception is that we're just consistently playing FIFA, but for me, that's probably about 20% of my day. The other time is editing, creating graphics, and then also coming up with the ideas, sort of monitoring what's working on YouTube, what the algorithm really wants, and playing the YouTube game, seeing what next video I could do, going through comments, seeing what my fans want to see. Really, that's the most of my day.
Click Management works with online personalities like Jared, helping them create content and build up their brands. The growing business is led by Grace Watkins, the daughter of Coca-Cola Amatil CEO Alison Watkins.
So we started 4 years ago, and I think we were managing about 6 or 7 talent and really helping them grow their careers and grow their revenue streams and their exposure in a holistic sense. And since then, we now manage almost 30 talent, I believe. We're reaching almost 1 billion eyeballs every month across the roster. And we've expanded into creating original content ourselves, and that's just sort of gone with the industry as it's growing as well.
Your clients, do you help produce all the content for them, or do they do some of it themselves?
Most of the clients that I work with are really in the process of building out teams themselves. So where they may have started creating all their own content, they're oftentimes hiring editors or hiring thumbnail makers, hiring people that think about the kind of content that they're putting out into the world. And so, they're really entrepreneurs in their own sense, and we work with them quite closely to help sort of think about what that looks like for them and how they can build out those businesses.
According to Newzoo, global esports revenue is expected to reach $1.4 billion this year. And the global live streaming audience will hit about 729 million, up 10% from 2020. And fund managers are taking note, with PAC Capital recently launching Australia's first esports fund, which invests in up to 40 equities.
The esports fund is a global active fund. So on the Australian market, there's a few ETFs that have come up around the world in esports. By ETF, I mean exchange traded fund. So they are index bound, but for me, I've found that being an active fund, being able to take long and short positions is where I'm positioning myself and why I'm Australia's first.
Esports looks like there is massive growth for that sector.
I think it's a sector that's just it's just forming in a way. We've seen some of the big names, some of the biggest top 10 companies in the world, Tencent, Microsoft. You know, these companies are investing a huge amount of money in gaming and esports around the world. Esports now makes up 60% of Tencent's revenue. That's the seventh biggest company in the world.
While COVID crippled traditional sporting leagues last year, esports and sports streaming understandably accelerated as more people stayed at home. But that's expected to grow even faster. Newzoo expects the global esports audience to grow to 474 million this year, with China the largest market by revenue. And that, for all these gamers, is where the real numbers, the real money, might lie in the future.